inside this neighborhood than in Beverly Hills. I'm going to point out a couple houses here. Got along, but that house was painted in blue, the Cleaver's house, because Ted was living there.
On the line to the tour, on the studio tour logo, your first stop is Express.
I know exactly what my job description is once I get my name
Metro area, you're going to see some visible production. They're filming a commercial, and if we have any other quiet zones, you'll be seeing this on your screens. It means I have to be completely quiet off mic. You'll help me out. We'll all be quiet together. Cool? But I will be playing clips silently, so you'll be able to see them and read them, but not hear them, all right, through those quiet zones. All right, wave goodbye to everybody out here. Bye, 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 bye. Because you're never going to see them again. Bye. And the fun begins right now. Let me introduce you to my co-host. He's the star of The Tonight Show on NBC, Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Maylen.
And the greatest driver.
Richard.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
Maylen
owes me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
And safety is very important. Please pay close attention. First, if you need guest assistance or have a medical emergency, if you drop something of value off the side of the tram, or if you have any sound or video issues, reach up and grab the red emergency cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram. I'll be back to assist you as soon as it's safe to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, please remain seated, keeping your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. The studio is private property. If at any time during the tour you drop your phone or just can't wait to use the restroom, pull the cord and remain seated. Please no smoking of any kind during the tour, and be prepared. Our tour today features loud noises, fire effects, many water effects, so you may get wet. There are also sudden tram movements during the tour, so secure your personal belongings and hold on. Finally, for your safety and those around you, please do not use selfie sticks while you are on board. Thank you very much. All right, folks, we're taking you down the Universal movie timeline. The very first movie poster here, 1914, Damon and Pythias. That was the very first film released by Universal Studios. You might recognize some of these films from some of these movie posters. And these are just a few examples of the thousands of movies Universal has made throughout the years. Our rich legacy in filmmaking began in 1912, continued on to today. From the Hollywood classics we all grew up with to the biggest blockbusters of all time. Some shot here on our lot. On March 15, 1915, the founder of the movie studio, Carl Laemmle, he opened up the gates of the movie studio. So this last March 15, 2025, Universal Studios, the movie studio, celebrated its 110th year anniversary. Yes, 110 years for us. On the right is Fire Station 51. That's a real fire station. Those are real firefighters. They're not actors. We're leaving the real world behind right there as we take you inside the world of cinematic make-believe. But first, look to your left. We're building a roller coaster. That's the new Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift roller coaster opening up here next year. Come back and see us. All right, folks. We're about to enter our front lot. Now, all together here at Universal, we have about 36 sound stages. If you don't know what a sound stage looks like, soon on the left, you'll see the largest, stage 12. And throughout the years, stage 12 has been used to build some of the biggest sets like Frankenstein's Lab.
Hold on.
All right, here in our front lot, we've shot some of our shows like Hacks with Gene Smart, you can catch on HBO Max. Loot with Maya Rudolph, you can catch on Apple TV. We're getting close and personal to the rest of our sound stages. Look to your left, you're gonna notice that every sound stage has a large door. The large doors are the elephant doors, and if you see any of those elephant doors open, take a sneak peek inside. Sometimes you'll see sets in there, or they're building sets, dismantling them, or they're vacant. Every soundstage has a small door. The small door is the stage door. And above the stage door, you're going to see a red light, the wigwag light. When they're ready for filming, the director yells out the word action. The wigwag light turns on, letting us know out here they're filming in there. So shh, we have to be very quiet. Even though sound stages are 98% soundproof. Right now we're filming here one of our shows, season 4 of Bel Air. Bel Air is the retelling of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, which streams on our streaming platform, Peacock. So here are 2 of the stars of Bel Air, Jabari Banks and Ali Schulten.
You got me water with the So what is you put egg on the cheese, you put cheese on the eggs, on the cheese is right. Whoa, how many seats do you think are in there? I don't know, it's gotta be a lot. We could probably fit the whole Bel Air cast and crew. No, we gotta get one of these for the mansion. For sure. You're lucky for y'all. The Banks family mansion lives right here on the Universal lot. Right. Some of Bel Air's most pivotal scenes have been filmed right here. Jabari, what have been your most memorable moments? I don't know. I mean, there's so many to choose from. You know, I love the boy yourself when Will first enters, and at that moment, his life changes forever. What about you? Well, the Bel Air Academy gym set is here too, and I remember you having to sit in that cold ice bath for hours. Yeah. And that was really fun. I couldn't feel my toes. No, but seriously, my favorite part of this lot is the talented crew who put it all together from hair, wardrobe, makeup, set design, props, and transportation. Yes, Transmo is the best. Yeah, they have the sweetest rides for us to play with. Actually, speaking of, if we're gonna get a ride like this, we'd better go talk to Transpo now and let these people get back to their tour. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. As long as I get to drive. Oh, not if I've got the keys. Not fun. Come on, man.
You can catch Bel Air streaming on our streaming platform Peacock, but I want y'all to say hello to my little friends. Look to your right, they're hiding behind the bushes. There they are. The Minions, say hello to the Minions. Aren't they cute? They work for Illumination, and Illumination is the same production company that did the Super Mario Brothers movie. Behind the Minions, stage 18 and 19 is recently to film a new series called The Paper, which premieres on September 4th. On Peacock, and stage 19 on the right used to film scenes for our Academy Award-winning movie Oppenheimer, which gave us our 11th Academy Award win for Best Motion Picture. On the left, you're gonna see a bear. That's Ted, everybody. What's up, Ted? Take pictures. Ted's a big star. Ted has not only made movies, Ted has been filming his own TV show here in our movie studio. Season 1 streaming on Peacock. And behind Ted, you're seeing a series of small buildings to tell you about them. The stars of How to Train Your Dragon.
Hey there, Studio Tour. I'm Jared Butler.
I'm Mason Thames.
And I'm Nico Parker.
You know, these bungalows to your left are actually production offices.
Home to some of Hollywood's biggest filmmakers, including Mark Platt, one of the producers of our new live-action movie, How to Train Your Dragon.
Everyone wave. You might be there right now.
And if you haven't already, be sure to meet the iconic and beloved Toothless over in the plaza.
And see our movie only in theaters now.
But in the meantime, here's a sneak peek.
Everything we know about dragons is wrong.
All right, Bob, you ready?
Watch out!
How to Train Your Dragon, rated PG, in theaters now.
Don't miss How to Train Your Dragon at the Universal Cinema on City Walk. They mentioned producer Mark Platt, who's also producer of our movie Wicked with Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, and the second half of Wicked's being released later this year, Wicked for Good. But folks, my quiet zone begins right now. You're gonna see some activity. They're filming the commercial here in our backlot. All right, folks. Please remain seated. Hold on to those personal belongings. We're going to be going into Skull Island real soon. Once we exit Skull Island, my quiet zone resumes because of filming, okay?
The Universal Tram is winding its way through a very rough, narrow trail in Skull Island, allowing the visitors a little sneak peek at some of the wildlife on Skull Island.
We just passed that beautiful monster mural created by artist Kristen. It's a tribute to our movie monsters because Universal invented the horror movie genre. Yes, we did. Now look to your left, folks. You're going to see some sound stages back there. 3031 is currently home to The Voice. 3233 currently home to a comedy called Happy's Place starring Reba McEntire, who has been a coach on The Voice, and she's returned as a coach on The Voice this following season, season 28, alongside with Nal Horan, Michael Bublé, and Snoop Dogg. And the lake here was used to film one of our classic monster movies, Creature from the Black Lagoon. Which is part of our legacy of horror movies, monster movies that stretches from Dracula in 1931 to the Dark Universe at Universal Epic Universe, which opened up recently in Orlando, Florida. But we're on our way to Little Europe. Our Little Europe will represent any European country in the world with just changing the languages on the signs. It was Pamplona, Spain for City Slickers, Paris, France for the Pink Panther, the Caribbean for Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean. It's where we shot our first Academy Award-winning movie in 1930, All Quiet on the Western Front. It was Germany for that movie, and it was even The Afterlife for The Good Place with Ted Danson and Kristen Bell.
You, Eleanor Shellstrom, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, I've never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Maybe it's not all that bad.
Hi there. How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
But you know what's super awesome? Since Universal invented the horror movie genre, all your favorite classic monsters got their start here in Little Europe. This was IP in England for The Invisible Man, Transylvania for Dracula, Paris for The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
The Mummy and Hunchback. Invisible Man, the opera classic, just brilliant. That Frankenstein image, flathead. It's one of the great icons of the world. That to me was like the essence of the Universal horror film. I was just mesmerized by this movie. Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney.
I remember the original Universal Studios Mummy movie really scaring me.
They're still ringing in our memories now. We love them.
Yeah, we sure do love them. And our tour is approximately at the halfway mark. I just want to remind everybody to stay seated during the entire tour. The studio is private property. If you drop your phone or just can't wait to use the restroom, pull the red cord to get my attention. I'll be back to assist you, but do remain seated on the tram. Let me share with you some classic Frankenstein scenes that shot in Little Europe.
Listen now, Samantha, he's in the woods. Get out the bloody house. Raise all the men you can, lock the women indoors, and wait for me. Are you ready? Take your torches and go!
Why don't you shoot it?
Alrighty, folks, please remain seated. Hold on to those personal belongings. We don't want to tamper with anything because we're about to take you inside a real soundstage, which is currently a hot set. Now, when you hear the words hot set or closed set, it means that they're currently in production. So they've been currently in production inside this soundstage, taking a little break. They're allowing us to see this set. So it's going to be a really cool experience. Let's check it out. San Francisco Metro Station. Look at all the production items here they're using for filming. And right now they're filming the continuity of one of their scenes. Anytime a director shoots a scene, they have to take different takes using different angles. Production designers have to make sure that everything's placed in its proper spot. Whoa! folks, it's a little tremor happens in California once in a blue. No big deal, maybe not. Everyone hold on. Anniversary. This year, it's our movie Jaws, which is celebrating its 50th year. And with that, my friends, we've been through way too much. I need a vacation. I think y'all do too. Y'all look like it. Let's go to the beach. Who wants to go to the beach? All right, put your hands down, folks. We're going to the beach is closed. Unbelievable.
Hi, folks. Chief Brody here. You may have heard we have a shark problem, so I'm afraid the beaches are closed.
Yeah, you got a real bad fish out there, Chief. I'm here to offer my services.
Thanks, Mr. Quick, but we do already have a plan.
You can hire me and be open this summer, or you can play it cheap.
Well, we do have Officer George patrolling the waters already.
Georgie? Diving? Sounds like amateur hour to me. Good luck with that one, Chief.
All right, there's that shark that they caught. Make sure you post those make sure you take pictures of that shark that they caught, everybody. Make sure you post those pictures on whatever social media you're on right now. Let everyone know they caught it, all right? What? Oh, no. Don't take pictures of the swimming shark, folks. No, we don't want that on any social media. You hear me? None. Wait a second, who's in there? What, George? George, what are you doing in there? Get out of there, George. No, don't go, George. I can't believe this. He totally needed that bigger boat. We've been asking for it since 1975. Nothing. Yeah, we're leaving. Okay, let's go, Richard. Faster. Why are we stopping? Oh no, we're stopped. Uh-oh. While they were filming the movie, it hardly worked at all. In fact, it even sank to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. The production crew was calling the production flaws instead of Jaws because the shark wasn't working. And the director, Steven Spielberg, named the shark Bruce, the same name of his attorney. But from a practical shark to a practical set, we are on our way to Old Mexico, where we're going to show you all how weather effects are made in movies. Welcome to Old Mexico. that's movie thunder, my friends. How do we create movie thunder? Big, big lights hidden from the camera. Is that a little sound effect? Voila, movie thunder. How about the movie rain? The movie rain falls out of sprinklers that are hidden from the camera. It's a Hollywood illusion. And guess what, folks? You're in luck because I'm a movie director. I know how to take care of this with one word, and that word is cut. Okay, why don't y'all help me out here? Say one more time with me at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Cut! Okay, forget it. That didn't work. But it didn't work because we're in Mexico. Let's try it in Spanish. Corte! All right, help me out, everyone. 1, 2, 3. Corte! Oh no, wait, what do we do? Ay, 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 amigos, I can't believe it. Flash flood, ay, ay, ay. Let's see how the camera captures that moment in Big Fat Liar.
You can't run the wall, kid!
Yeah, we'll see about that.
I got 20 pounds!
Alright, we're gonna say adios to Mexico, and we're gonna be passing by Amity Island one more time. Now, Amity Island was also the cabin code for the TV show classic Murder, She Wrote with Angela Lansbury, who played the role of Jessica Fletcher on the show. When we pass by here again, look behind the shark that they caught. There's a shed. It says Habit Cove, alright? Here we go. See a house on the right that looks like this. It's a practical set because we could film both indoors, outdoors. They could dress up the interior of the house, film inside. So when you can film inside, it becomes a practical set. But right behind this house, you're gonna see a yellow house, which is a facade. What's a facade? It's just the front and side of the house. So fronts and sides, like the metropolitan area where they were filming the commercial, those were facades. And then practical sets so you could film inside. And right across the street, there's a neighborhood full of facades, some practical sets. More celebs have lived inside this neighborhood than in Beverly Hills. I'm going to point out a couple houses here. Now, the third house on the left here, 1, 2, 3, the gray house there, light plum, was the Munsters house. And then right behind the Munsters, there's a yellow house where Debbie lived in Never Have I Ever. Right across from Debbie's house on the right, there's a white house, which the Cleavers lived there. Leave it to Beaver. I don't know how all these people got along, but that house was painted in blue, the Cleavers' house, because Ted was living there.
Let the festivities begin.
How many we got?
Well, let's see. We got 20 cottons.
Fantastic.
Do you think we're getting too old for this?
Come on, Johnny, we're doing a public service here. If a kid leaves the house in a less than stellar Halloween costume, he's got to get the bad news before he makes a fool of himself all over town. We're Samaritans.
All right. And you know, this neighborhood has been through a lot throughout the years. It was destroyed by a comet of deep impact, terrorized by Freddy Krueger on Nightmare on Elm Street Part 6, infested by vampires on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Oh, and a bunch of desperate women lived here. Yeah, welcome to Wisteria Lane, home of the Desperate Housewives.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
And now this neighborhood was closed off for a couple months because they were recently filming their new series called The Burbs, starring Keke Palmer. The house where Ted used to live, that's not painted in white, they actually painted it in white for The Burbs. And The Burbs series and Ted have the same executive producer, Seth MacFarlane. But the series The Burbs is based on this movie with Tom Hanks. There it is, starring Tom Hanks, also called The Burbs. And that movie also shot in our Colonial Street. Anytime you see a vehicle, a movie, or TV show, it's what we call a picture car. Some of these cars are more famous than the actors who drive them. On the left, you're going to see some of your favorite picture cars from some of our movies like Fast and Furious. We're also doing a little construction around here, already setting up for Halloween Horror Nights. But it was a road just like this one on a dark and drizzly night. A young woman named Marion Crane was escaping authorities after stealing $40,000 from her boss. She came to this motel, had 12 rooms, 12 vacancies. Was attended by a man named Norman Bates. The 12 rooms are all vacant today. If anyone needs to take a break, a shower, whatever. We're getting closer to the Psycho house. Guess who still lives there? Mother. She's usually seated by the top window, keeping an eye out on her son, Norman Bates. Oh, look who's visiting, her son, Norman Bates. How nice, Norman, finally visiting your mother. Very sweet. Hey, Norman, maybe you could hook us up with like a good deal and slash some prices off the motel stay tonight. What are your thoughts? What are you doing? Not like that, Norman, I'll put it away. What are you doing? This is a family-friendly tour, Norman Bates. That's rude. Unbelievable. Wait a second, what happened here? Disaster struck in War of the Worlds, directed by Steven Spielberg, starring Tom Cruise. What we see here is a real 747 they destroyed for this scene.
The airplane crashed inside the set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision that Steve had.
We forget to sit down to talk about War of the Worlds. I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing great. Keep touching me. Listen, listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Okay, I'm closed. Robbie, get in. Get in.
And director Steven Spielberg, who directed War of the Worlds, Jurassic Park, Jaws, some of our great movies. He's an Academy Award-winning director, and he started his career here at Universal Studios.
My entire career began with my relationship with Universal Studios just as a high school kid on a tour bus. Remember, in those days, there weren't trams, there were buses called the Gray Line Tour Bus. And I was so excited and thrilled to be on the lot. It was my first time ever on a movie studio lot. And during a bathroom break, I hid in the bathroom. And when everybody left to get back on the bus, I waited another 15 minutes until I'm sure the bus left. And then I had the entire lot to myself that day. And in those days, movie lots were so crowded because all movies were made on film lots. Today they're made all over the world, on locations, but most of it was focused in those days, in the 60s, on the film lots. So nobody noticed me when I was going around from soundstage to soundstage, and I really felt, in my own young way, I owned the lot and had the most amazing day of my life.
All right, folks, and I'm going to share with you something really cool. This is the original trailer for the movie Jaws.
There is a creature alive today who has survived millions of years of evolution. without change, without passion, and without logic. It lives to kill. A mindless eating machine. It will attack and devour anything. It is as if God created the devil and gave him jaws. From the best-selling novel, Jaws. Rated PG. Maybe too intense for younger children.
Yeah, the ratings have changed since then. Again, that was the original trailer for the movie Jaws. You can take pictures of the shark up by Waterworld and post with that. We've reached the grand finale, the end of the tour. Like the Academy Awards, there's so many people I want to thank. I want to thank my co-host, Jimmy Fallon. I want to thank our driver, Richard. Give it up for our driver! And I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the world-famous studio tour and surviving it. You all did it all right. Did y'all have a good time? Awesome! Again, my name is May Lynn. I was your tour guide today. We hope you enjoyed the world-famous studio tour and your exclusive behind-the-scenes Hollywood experience.